So anyway, here's the deal on Dime and me. Me and Dime have been friends since children, actually longer, since we have so much of this other stuff and sensory and signals all over the continent. I'm gonna shut this truck off. Dime is in something called the reverse angel level Gemini mode, where he is his own good angel and continent right way angel, and same as myself actually, and we are able to co-flow with all the other right way Geminis and in individual statuses also. And because him and I had to sense a setup up north near Canada when we were in our family bloodline fix mode and work mode, actually, with on the body styles, and they were the wrong styles. And some of it was coming back to very key areas which we were covering before, like the penis and the vagina area and the heart area and sides of the head area, which is traces to 4 styles and ways in Sodom and Gomorrah, which I was also there at Sodom and Gomorrah, just not my body. And also different setups from different time periods with different angels and other stuff, you know, and it's pretty known in quite a few sections of our continent, to be honest. Fully readable in sensory and signals. And the blame game and the wrong styles of finding someone's body and then their parts and then placing blame on them in mixed styles, which we have a whole lot of that documented. But anyway, him and I were in the middle of doing the right way continent and body work, and they were trying to manipulate the flow to try and make Dime's parts wear my body, and he is very aware also, and that is not our style, never has been. We've always been the right ways, no problem, brother. So anyway, we caught that shit, and we also caught the force to the trucker flow with another family friend of ours, the Carsons, who are also from Texas. And we also caught a bigger setup with double 2-bys, you know what I mean, but they're singles. Actually, we call it double dogging down on Kesha, because that's what we caught, and we got that on another video. And anyway, I am one of those other Geminis that flows with them guys, and I don't lie to them. You know, I don't lie to nobody. So anyway, this video is gonna have fuck in it anyway. And different mixes of people and stuff. So just because everybody knows that Dime's body's gone, don't think Dime's gone, because he's still in Gemini mode and his own right way angel mode also, you know. So that's literally Steph and Dime and them off to the side and in like a double reverse Gemini mode, you know, with me and Stephanie and my other friend, Geminette, we'll say, but that's not her real name, and a few other Geminis also, including my brother, who's another known right-way Gemini. So anyway, we're making this video to put on YouTube because it is actually needed in certain areas, because some people were trying to use our situation for the negative, and it's not. You know, we didn't force angel awareness. We didn't force seer sides, and we did find some other time frame groups from other time frames. And when those holds were released, which is why we were documenting this in the first place and putting it online, because some of the other groups involved actually reneged on going with the population at the time and with the real truth, which is predatable all the way back to Adam and Eve. And to be honest with you, a lot of us are on the right side of Adam and Eve. And even though I look like a scumbag, I'm on the right side of all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, even to this day, like both of us, you know, lots of us, you know, I'm not even joking. For real, man. So anyway, we came across another in-between flow, which was kind of co-flowing with my family and some friends and some other musicians that are friends, where they co-flowed with my cousins and stuff, like, and my daughters and my kids, and an in-between movement. And so anyway, somebody was trying to put like doubt and stuff like that in one of my other singing brothers and his gay friend, who was a friend of my gay brother Infamous, a couple years ago, that we caught. yeah, I think it was last year, right before the other flow change. I finally got to spend some time with them last night and today, you know, so that they know for a fact that I'm really not mad at them or blaming them, because I do know the whole real truth. And they're finally getting to spend some time with me to see what kind of person I really am, you know, and how much real truth and how much proof I really got. Like, find me, bring a laptop. I have that much documented real proof. Some of these videos on YouTube are just tastes. Some of the other shit I got is very documented, very graphic, very provable, and without a doubt, all the cycles, what they look like, are the mixtures of our parts, the different sides of the continent, different signals of the worldwide level, you know what I mean? Different movements off the planet, fucking what they look like, everything, dude. You know what I mean? We got like everything. Like, I am not even joking. So, anyway, this video is also to bring a little bit of awareness on how Geminis are, okay? A Gemini is like a 2-in-1 and also in an individual state, which means that I am my own Gemini with like my own selves, but also I have the ability to flow 2-in-1 and 2-in-2, which means an exact opposite. I personally am a male-female Gemini, which means I flow better with a female and female signals, because I don't do specific force stuff, you know what I mean, so that a female doesn't get hurt. So I'm more of a male-female Gemini, but I can flow male-male. And these days, my predominant male-male flow is usually me and Dime. And there's a few other angels that I do still flow Gemini with also, that are known good ones and other right-way ones, like, well, Lance, if you want your name on there, that's perfectly fine, because I know you're another good one going through some of the same shit. And it's actually results of 4 sickness styles and the wrong styles, and we've been coming across some of that. And so anyway, yes, I did actually review some of that path, and you definitely have been getting sucked up in some of the same shit and alternate timing and alternate parts of the timing, and in the revelational cycle you've actually kind of made your way, crossed our path, and with like the best way I know how to explain it to you is like how the planets revolve around the sun. That's what it's really like. And we've had one on the East Coast that was perfectly fine in the right ways, and then one up north. In specific, it was the revelational cycle of the Rons. And yes, it does exist, where a whole lot of us Rons kind of co-flow around one another and sense each other out, and then we kind of go back to work. And in this specific cycle, it was a little more awareness for the Rons and the Toms in our Ron and Tom cycle, and then it was the Jennifers again. Because there's a couple predominant Jennifers that revolve in our cycle. Jennifer Tilly, Jennifer Aniston, me, my buddy Ronnie Krill, another Ron, who's kind of my uncle. He's an adult performer, and another Ron, who is a comedian. And we all know one another really well too. So it's so the Jennifers, because I had to sense one of the Jennifers thinking that, or somebody was trying to convince them that they were crazy and that cycle doesn't exist. Yes, it does. Yes, it does exist. So for the whole Jennifer Tilly again and Jennifer Aniston again, there's a couple Ron agains. And for us, we get the joke. And for specific other people, that's the proof. So anyway, simplified Gemini for a child. It is the ability to co-flow and not do oneself any wrong. Because obviously if you're a Gemini, if you're a 2-in-1, if you got one side doing your other side wrong, then it ain't gonna work right. There's gonna be doubt, mistrust, and amounts, and bad feelings, and all kinds of stuff. So in Gemini mode, you do each other right. You know what I mean? That's how I pretty much live. And we do have a little bit of a problem going on with Stephanie, but it's nothing too major. But it results from lots of years of lies and deceits and amounts, and which co-flows a lot of our friends too. And so anyway, the reverse Gemini, that's what you guys want to talk about. Alright, reverse Gemini, I'll give you my example of my own situation. Alright, Now, World War II, my body was obviously not alive, but I was still a Gemini and still an angel. So, after certain other memories from the other video got popped off about the continent dinosaur memories, well, it's the same thing with me and Stephanie in our World War II memories, with like dog fighting and flying and helping in reverse Gemini mode. That's kind of what Dime is in. He's in reverse Gemini mode on and off, and then his own angel, you know, an own right way continent. And there's a lot of other people that are gone, but not gone. Like, their bodies may be dead, but they're not gone, and they're still angels. You all understand? Alright, that's pretty simplified for a child. We had another passing of another little girl who's another known good one, and she got to cross my path a couple times, and she was done wrong, with the wrong styles of sickness, just because of other arguments and bloodline fights, and they got caught murdering that fucking child, and then they accelerated the same exact flow, and it almost took my life up in Montana with fake heart attack styles and on the body, which is misalignment of parts and misuse of other people's parts and amounts. And so it's another section of flow that we beat, but it was being aimed at me in the wrong style, so I don't know who it's going to be going out at next, but I already beat it. So anyway, there's a simplified Gemini video with some other stuff added in also. We'll throw this one up on YouTube, and kind of watching off the video the different mixes of bloodlines and other people being me. Like, what's up, Ray? He's on my right side. And let's see, who's on my left? Yeah, it's other people, actually. That style's not even supposed to be flowing in me. What's up, Jim? Not only fully documented, but proved on video, and you can see it as plain as day on video. So anyway, this is The Real Truth, Ron Coonradt Jr. We had a couple styles of flow show up that were in between flows, near the penis and other stuff, that were being held out of timing. So hopefully they can get corrected and fixed the right way, instead of monopolizing on other flows. That's the way sometimes this bullshit works, and after all, we were sensing coming across the continent between different bloodlines, it wasn't looking too good. It still ain't. So, we're going to shut this shit off, put it online. Later, everybody.